Hello, everybody. Welcome to the fourth episode of SonoranSportsCards. Today, we're going to talk about the Super Bowl and the NBA trade deadline, and then we are going to open our Chronicles 2020 Mega
Yes,
Box.
sir.
All right, Mike, let's get started with the Super Bowl. Our idea for this talk was that we obviously watched the Super Bowl yesterday. We have our takes, but we did not share them with each other at all. So we're just gonna say exactly how we feel and then see if it matches up. It probably will,
We usually
but
do. So,
yeah. Mike, why don't you lead us? What do you think?
um, I don't think the Rams won as easily as I thought they were going to. Again, I know I said I think the Bengals can also take it, but I obviously chose the Rams. I thought the Rams were going to control a lot more of that game, which they started out doing. I think it was up. Was it? What was the score? Like, I think it was a 14-0 or was it 14-3 at first? I think it was 14. Am I
Um,
wrong? But anyways, the Rams were up like majority of the first half until I think the Bengals scored at the very end of the second half to finally put some points up. And I was like, oh yeah, I was like the
13-3.
yeah, I was like the Rams are going to control this game just like I thought they were going to, And the second half they just kind of fell apart until like the last 5 minutes of the game is when they finally decided that they want to win the Super Bowl. So, but yeah, I mean, I picked the Rams to win. The Rams won, so I wasn't really surprised by that. I wanted the Bengals to win. Obviously, I don't really like the Rams, being a 49er fan. But I was happy Matthew Stafford got a ring, so I guess that's a consolation prize for me. And I think Cooper Kupp deserved one too. That guy went from being an 0 star out of high school and ends up getting the triple crown, Super Bowl MVP. That guy is a great model of hard work and dedication. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
but yeah, man, I think they did a good job of containing Aaron Donald most of the game until, like I said, the second half, Aaron Donald just turned it on and he just started controlling their entire offensive line. Their offensive line held up a lot better than I thought it would, just overall, even with the ending. I think the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line held a lot more than I thought they were going to. I think Joe Burrow only got sacked what, twice, or was it 3 times?
No,
Was it more?
it was way more,
Well,
dude. He got sacked seven
did he?
times,
Oh, I thought he was
dude.
throwing. I'm wrong. I guess maybe they didn't perform that well. All right, all right. I
Yeah,
take that back.
when you started saying that one, I was like,
I
yeah, no,
To be fair, like I was up and down during the game, so I think I might have missed some of that. But
yeah. I got Ernest Jones got a sack, Ashawn Robinson, Leonard Floyd, Aaron Donald got two of them, Von Miller got two, so yeah,
okay,
seven total
okay, yeah, they
sacks.
did a lot better than I thought they would. So I take that back. My take is not correct.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um.
it's all right, man. But yeah, they were holding up actually pretty well,
Yep.
I think, in the first half. They were like pushing the pass rushers
Hmm.
wide, and Burrow was stepping up, so he wasn't getting sacked that often, but it just kind of fell apart for both teams
Yeah.
really at the end of the game.
Yeah.
That was my big take was that we were pretty right. I mean, our assessment was that the Rams D line was great, the Bengals O line sucked, and that played a big part. We said that the receivers were great on both teams. Um, and that injury to OBJ, I think, feel like totally changed the game because the Rams were throwing all over the Bengals before that would have
Oh yeah.
happened.
They were just controlling the field. Then they finally were able to just, since OBJ was out, they could just focus on Cup and lock down the receivers.
Yeah, I was watching the game with it was a pretty big party actually outside, but I was talking to Jacob and my other friend Tyler, and we were just I was getting really frustrated at the amount of time just like in pure possessions for either team that they would not get the ball to their big playmakers. Like that final drive, they finally threw the ball to Cooper Cup a whole bunch, and he did great. But up till then, he only had like four catches
Yeah.
for like 40 yards. I was like, I don't care like if they're double teaming him. Cooper Cup is like that good.
Yeah.
Like get him the
It's Cooper
ball
Cup.
at some point because the run game was not working.
The Rams had that shut down. All
Both
the
teams,
Cincinnati Bengals. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, both teams' run games
Yeah.
sucked. But the amount of times that Cooper Cup and Jamar Chase touched the football, I thought was criminal.
Yeah,
Like, take a page out of the 49er playbook and just give it to your best
yeah.
player, like in any way
I
you
really,
can.
I,
Let him
I
do
really thought
something.
Jamar Chase was going to get a lot more touches than he did. I thought they were going to try to have him take over the game, but they didn't really throw it to him all that much,
Hmm.
which was surprising to me because I feel like in most of the scenarios when you watch it, especially when he was up against Ramsey, he was burning him every time. So
Yeah,
it's just
for sure.
surprising they didn't get him the ball more.
Did you catch that big PI on that one touchdown pass where I think it was T
Yeah, it was T
Higgins
Higgins. Yep.
that caught T Higgins caught the ball
Yeah.
on Jalen Ramsey, but the only way he caught it was because he like grabbed
Yeah.
Ramsey by the face mask and threw his ass to the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
It was like right in front of
It
the
was
ref too. I
pretty
was
bad.
like,
When I saw it, I was like, nah, because I didn't see the face mask at first, and I was like, Jalen Rams is dirty, man. I don't care. And then I saw and
yeah,
then I saw the replay, and I was like, all right, that's a face mask. Oh, he straight up just ripped him to the
yeah.
ground.
Two
Yeah,
penalties, face mask and PI, and neither of them got called, which is
yeah.
I don't know, pretty
I feel like there was
rough.
a pretty decent amount of questionable calls in that game. Like that touchdown with Cooper Cup, the unnecessary roughness. They said that they hit him after the play was dead, which was weird to me because Cooper Cup hadn't even touched the ground yet, so I didn't really understand how that play was dead. Cause
Yeah, if you wanted to call it targeting or whatever, that would have been one
yeah,
thing, but
well that's the
unnecessary
thing.
roughness was a
In
little
the
weird.
replay, he wasn't even leading with his helmet. They hit his
Yeah,
helmet hit his, but he wasn't leading with his helmet. So I thought that was a
yeah.
bad call. I think that should have just been holding on the Rams, and they should have gone back 10 yards and lost that down. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about the Super Bowl. That's really all I.
Yeah,
It's
my
kind
other
of what I
big
thought.
take that yeah, other big take that I haven't really talked about yet was just it was two really young coaches and we know what having a young coach is like, and I just feel like they try and do too much sometimes. Like what we were talking about with the Cooper Cup and the Jamar Chase. Like you can have all these fancy plays and stuff like that, but sometimes the best move is to just get the ball in the
Of your
hands
best
of your
player,
best
right?
player and let him do something.
Exactly.
And that really felt like what I was watching, especially in the second half, was like just like why didn't Cooper Cup touch the ball before that? And we saw what happened when he
Yep.
did. He, they just walked down the field, like they gave it to him on fourth and
Yeah,
one, and he came
it's
up with a run.
crazy that throwing the
Like
ball to your best player started working out.
yeah, I know, right?
What a
Using your
thought.
Yeah, using your best players. And my take on the Rams winning the Super Bowl in general, like Mikey said, we're 49ers fans, so I don't really like the Rams at all. I also am not super stoked at how they built their team, like trading away all their first round draft picks and for like the foreseeable future and just like getting kind of feels like mercenaries on their team. I don't know. That's what it feels like to me.
Just a little
But
mini super team. I mean,
yeah,
that's all
but
that happened.
ironically, the two best players that they have on their team were drafted by them,
Yeah.
like
I mean,
in Cooper Cup and Aaron Donald.
I feel like if I was a 49er fan and they did the same thing and won, I wouldn't care. So,
Oh yeah, no,
uh,
they
uh,
like that was the thing for them. If they lost the Super Bowl, it would have been a waste, like all that
mhm.
move. But they won, and that's all that
Yep.
matters. You win the Super Bowl, you can like forego all your draft picks in the
Yeah.
future, and it doesn't matter as long as you win the Super
Yep.
Bowl.
They invested everything into winning this year's Super Bowl and it paid off, obviously. So,
Yeah, I'm looking at stats right now, Mikey. Do you know what the yards per carry would have been for the
for the
Rams for
Rams,
rushing? Yeah, rushing.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 2.2.
1.9.
1.9. Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
far off. And their best rusher was Cooper Cup for one carry for 7 yards. That was their
I think did Akers have most of the carries?
Akers had 13 carries for a total of 21
Yeah.
yards, dude.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised they trusted
that's
him with 13 carries, to be honest.
I know, yeah, his
Yeah.
fumble issues and everything. Yeah, I'm pretty surprised by that. The Bengals actually averaged 20 carries, 79 yards, so
Oh,
about
yeah.
4 yards a
That's
carry.
that's
So
good actually.
it was working for them, all
Yeah.
right. I guess I didn't really see that when I was watching the game. I felt like the run games weren't working for either team, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I was like, just throw it to your
Hmm.
receivers.
Just throw it to your stars.
Yeah, right off the bat, last week I said Trey Hendrickson was somebody to watch on the Bengals. He got a sack pretty early on in the
Yep.
game, so that's pretty big.
Yeah, I remember I messaged you about that. As soon as I saw the sack, I was like, yeah, Casey called that.
Yeah, like the Bengals have a really good team.
Yeah.
So if you're a Bengals fan, you're gonna be
The good
back in situations like this for
the good thing
sure.
for the Bengals, being a Bengals fan, is like your team got to this Super Bowl and that team is so young still. Like that's a big deal. Like, and they obviously they have a franchise quarterback finally in Joe Burrow. So
Hmm.
I think they're going to continue to do good things. It'd be a problem.
Yeah, I saw a meme that was like the Bengals like draft board for this upcoming draft, and it was offensive linemen for every pick down the entire all 7 rounds, just offensive linemen.
mean,
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
mean, I
most
feel like you
I feel like
draft seven of them. Hope you get like three or four starters out of it. Like
no,
just have an open
I
competition.
feel like they need to at least do they have a first round pick this year? The Bengals?
I think
They
so.
do.
Yeah, I
If
think
it's
so.
not on an offensive lineman, man, I'm gonna be so upset.
Joe Burrow should be so
Yeah.
mad. I mean, he got sacked more this postseason than anybody's ever been sacked in the postseason,
Yeah.
and
It was what it's
we saw him take it.
seven from the Rams. I think it was nine from the Titans. He got sacked 9 times. Yeah.
He got hurt too
Yeah.
in this game. We saw it. I mean, he still went back out there, but
Yeah.
my biggest disappointment with the Super Bowl though was that Evan McPherson wasn't able to go out there and win the
Oh,
game off
the
a kick.
living legend.
That was
Did you see
the
that
living
he
legend.
stayed on the field during the halftime show, sitting on the benches? He was legit by himself,
Yeah,
just like this, watching the halftime show. What a fucking
yeah.
legend
Did you
that
like the
guy!
halftime show?
The halftime show was a straight fire, man. I loved it. I was fanboying pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, me too. I liked it a lot. I don't know why 50 didn't get any publicity whatsoever. Like, was
I
he
think they
supposed
were
to?
trying to do a surprise appearance. Is why.
Okay,
That's the only
but I
reason I would
figured,
see.
yeah, I figured they'd work him into the graphics like afterwards, but still, like the graphics they showed afterwards were just the five of them with no 50
Yeah,
Cent.
you would
And I
think
was
they
like,
would add him
that's.
afterwards, but I guess not. That
Mm-hmm.
was kind of odd, I guess. But I mean, yeah, I would say maybe a 9 out of 10. The only reason I'm not going to say a 10 out of 10 is because they didn't play some of the songs I wanted to hear. Like I was really looking forward to
Mm-hmm.
Eminem doing "I Need a Doctor" with Dre, but that didn't happen. So
Yeah, I feel like since they had so many performers that really they could only do like one song
mhm.
each, you know? So I would have personally liked it to just be Dre and Eminem or just Dre and Snoop Dogg, just like two of them, you know?
Yeah,
But
but no, it was good. Definitely, I would definitely say that's probably the best halftime show that I've watched. Actually, to be honest, like
hmm
compared to any other
my
ones. I mean,
I said that to my dad and he brought up the wardrobe malfunction with Janet
of course he
Jackson.
did.
He said
That sounds about right. Sounds like your dad.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like Frank, doesn't it? No, he said he actually liked this one. He said he couldn't really understand a single word that was
Yeah,
said, but he
and
liked it. And I was like, all right.
yeah, yeah. When he messaged me mid halftime show, and he was like, I guess this halftime show isn't made for old men like me.
Yeah.
But I told him just blame it on the hearing aids, and he said that's a good idea. So,
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
but
I mean, I guess that's it for football for like a long time. I mean, we'll talk about football when
trades happen,
free agency,
really.
trades,
Yeah.
draft, all that kind of stuff.
When
But it's
when does
gonna.
free agency open? Actually, do you know off the top of your head? No.
Nope.
Okay.
I got no
No.
clue. It's not for a couple
No.
months. I know there's a
Yeah.
pretty big dead
Mhm.
period for
Yeah.
football where nothing happens.
Yeah. Everyone's on vacation and stuff.
So now we're gonna switch gears to the NBA, which is
NBA.
what we're gonna be talking about quite a bit for the foreseeable
Yes,
future.
sir.
And the big news this week in the NBA was the trade
Yep.
deadline. So Mike is gonna bring up the trade, and I guess I'll talk mostly about how I feel about it. Mike, you can chime
Yeah,
in, but
that sounds good to me. So for the number one that I've written down is the Trailblazers sending McCollum to the Pelicans.
yeah, I don't know. I thought that the Blazers would have gotten more back for CJ, you know? I mean, CJ's a pretty good player. He's not great by any means, but he's I think in Portland he was used as like a two, like
Mhm.
a number two player, but I would say probably a number three is where you want him. But on the Pelicans, if they're healthy, I guess he would be a three. I mean, if they have Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson, and then CJ would be
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah, I mean,
I think if you could get him for what they paid, why not if you're the
yeah.
Pelicans? But we've talked about how much trust I have in Zion, which is none. So
I'm wondering if this is maybe them signing someone to the team for him to be like, hey, like snap into gear. We're actually trying to
Mhm.
build a team around you. So if you get it together, we're going to be a real contender. So we'll see if this stops him from going to McDonald's every day after work or whatever he's doing.
Yeah. All right. What's number
Number
two?
two, I got the Sixers landing Harden. Obviously, that's probably the biggest one that people heard about
Whew.
for
Yeah, definitely the
Simmons
biggest
and
one.
Seth Curry
Yeah. So Simmons and Seth Curry going
and
to the
Andre
Nets.
Drummond.
Andre Drummond
Yeah,
too. Yeah. And then going back to the
yeah,
Sixers is Harden.
yeah,
I mean, I'd say both win solely because they're like just pressing the reset
yeah,
button, right? Like Ben Simmons was not playing for the 76ers at all. James Harden didn't like playing for the Nets,
yeah.
so I
That's
would
a
just kind
nice
of
trade.
flop and switch. But would I be surprised if it doesn't work out for either team? I wouldn't actually, because like eventually we could just gotta realize that this is what James Harden is. Like he was on the Rockets. At one point he had Chris Paul, right? That was
Yeah,
two superstars, and he didn't like that, so they traded away Chris Paul. They got Russ. That didn't work out. Traded away Russ. Got John Wall, I think. And then James was like, I don't like it here, so I'm gonna show up overweight and not care about basketball. And so then they traded him to the Nets, and
I
he's barely been on the team,
yeah.
man.
It
Like
didn't take long for
I
him to get out
saw
of there.
I saw something that the trio, right, that everybody was scared
Yep,
of, the trio, Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant, had played 16 games together
that's
total. Like
so
everyone was
low.
afraid that this was going to break the
Yeah,
NBA, and they played 16 games. And James Harden did the exact same thing. He was like, I don't want to play here
yeah.
anymore. So he stopped taking it seriously, got overweight, started demanding for a trade, and now he's on the Sixers, where yeah, him and Embiid sound like a cool combo,
it's
but Embiid's another
yeah,
alpha,
it's the same
like
concept. Like that's still gonna be Joel Embiid's team. That's not Harden's team. And
yeah, and Harden's gonna want it to be
yeah,
his team. Really, the team he wants, like I feel like, is a version of the Rockets, where it's just him surrounded by a bunch of like role players
yeah,
that do everything he wants. He wants to play what's called heliocentric basketball, where there's one star
hmm
and then everybody's around him, and he's not that on the
no,
Sixers,
not with
so.
Joel Embiid's there. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, if he can change, then it should be a great pairing. Joel Embiid and James Harden are two of the top, probably 10 players in the
I
NBA.
know
So,
I
I mean,
saw something saying that I guess he was saying he wasn't speaking out too much about wanting to leave the Nets because he didn't want to draw a bunch of publicity like he did in the previous times. He was trying to at least be a little less dramatic with this one, like with
yeah, a little
his,
bit more mature, I
yeah.
guess.
And
A
then
little late, but I guess
I don't think
improvement.
him and Durant were getting together either. Obviously, with the way Durant replied to him leaving the team, I think he tweeted
Hmm.
out everybody got what they wanted. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And then Kevin Durant had the chance to draft him in the All-Star draft and just didn't, left
yeah.
him for the last
And
pick.
LeBron was just so he had to cover his face with the
Yeah.
clipboard when he was just laughing hysterically.
Yeah, I definitely laughed at how
Yeah,
petty that was. Petty,
yeah,
sorry, not pity. How petty that was when I
yeah.
saw it. So the other side of the trade is Simmons going to the Nets. Oh boy. Ben Simmons, an amazing defender, a really great passer, but can't do the one fundamental part of basketball, which is shoot. So, but now
He
he is on a team where he won't
yeah. I
have
was gonna
to.
say he's on a team where
So,
there's two other people that can shoot the ball. So
yeah, like four other people when they're all
yeah,
healthy, because there's Kevin Durant and there's Kyrie, obviously. Don't even get me started on Kyrie Irving. But that's just a giant cluster. Go get a shot, dude, and play with your teammates.
yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah.
He's just
So he's got those two, but they got Seth Curry in the trade. Seth Curry's a good shooter. They got Joe Harris, who's injured right now, who granted has some issues shooting in the playoffs, but at least in the regular season's a great shooter. So I think this is great for Ben Simmons because he's going to be able to go there and do exactly what he wants to do: play amazing defense, carry the ball down the court a couple times, and maybe cut to the basket every once in a while and score some
Yeah.
points. But
May,
if it doesn't work here for Simmons, I don't. It shouldn't work
yeah, I was gonna say
anywhere.
if it doesn't
So
work there, I'm pretty sure he's just gonna become in the past. I mean, he's not gonna exist
yeah, he's
anymore.
gonna go to hell, aka like the Kings or something like that. And
But yeah, so that's it for the second trade that I had up for the Harden one. At number three, I got Kings getting Sabonis. Is that how you pronounce that? Sabonis.
Sabonis,
Sabonis from the
Sabonis, yes,
Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton.
yeah. If you listen to a lot of like podcasts, a lot of the people got on the Kings like really, really hard for this. Like, I don't know, like we're just going after him for trading away Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton is a great
Yeah.
player for sure. I liked watching him a lot. But I think there was a little bit of overhype there. Like he can do a really important thing in the NBA, right? He can run an offense. That's the kind of point guard he is. He can run an offense and everything. And so that's really big. But people were talking about him like he was going to be a star somewhere down the road. And I don't really think that. What the Kings got back was a power forward, which is, yes, a less valuable position probably in today's NBA. But he's been in the All Star game twice,
Yep.
so that doesn't happen by mistake. Unless you're Andrew Wiggins, then that happens by mistake. But for Sabonis, he got there, and I think he's great. I mean, his first couple games with the Kings have actually been really good. So I'm not nearly as down on it as most people are.
Right.
Um, but like the Kings just need to do something.
Yeah, cause
I would have preferred they kept Halliburton and got rid of Fox probably, but it's whatever. They made the move, so
yeah,
I feel like you just gotta roll with it sometimes. I don't think Halliburton is as great as everybody says, but he's a good player. So
yeah.
that's my thought on that one.
Okay. And then number four, we got the Mavericks sending Porzingis to the Wizards.
Yeah, so Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans go back the other
Correct.
way.
Yep.
Um, which I can't believe that that's how cheap Kristaps Porzingis is. Like what? Like when the Knicks traded him to the Mavericks, Knicks fans were like acting like they got rid of the next like superstar,
Yeah.
and a couple of years later, he gets traded for Spencer Dinwiddie, who hasn't done anything this season, and then Davis Bertans, who's gets paid way more than he should,
Right.
and that's what you have to give up. So for the Wizards,
Definitely worth.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely worth.
Absolutely.
You get to pair him with Bradley Beal and at least show Bradley Beal, like you had said with Zion, at least show Bradley Beal, like, hey, we're trying,
Yeah.
man. We're trying to get people around you,
Kind of
So,
like what the Bucks did with Giannis, how he was upset and they
mm,
just started getting players for him and being like, "Hey, we actually want to win," and look how that worked out.
yeah, they won a title off of
Yep.
it. So, I mean, I don't, yeah, the Wizards are a long ways away from that. But, I mean, Bradley Beal is a great player. So if you can keep him,
Hmm.
then I would say do that. And that's, I, like I don't know how Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans help Luca out
No,
at
I'll,
all
I'll be
going the other
honest.
way.
Like
Like,
Kristaps Porzingis. Like, yeah, I know that name. I recognize him on the Mavericks. But Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans, like I've never heard those names. So again, like I know I'm not like crazy into basketball, which I now will be. That football's over. That's all I'm going to be watching is
mhm.
basketball. But the fact that I still haven't heard those two names to me tells me they're not that great.
Yeah,
So
no. Dinwiddie, I remember I got to watch him play in college. Actually, I think he played for Colorado,
yeah,
so he was good in college. Like he's a good backup point guard, but is that what Luca needs as a backup point guard? No, they have Jalen Brunson. So I imagine what that means is in the offseason they're going to trade away Jalen Brunson and get somebody with that maybe. But I don't know. I don't understand it. I didn't think it was worth it. They should have kept Kristaps, in my opinion. But whatever.
yeah, that is kind of odd for the Mavericks too, especially.
I mean, there were other trades, but we felt like those were the big ones. Right? That's it. That's all the trades we
Yeah,
got,
for
right,
the
Mike?
trades, I was looking
Yeah.
at the list right here. That's all I have written down is the big trades that we wanted to talk about. So that's really all for
Yeah.
the trades right
I
now.
mean, the Suns got a little better, so that's cool as a Suns
Yeah, a little
fan. I
boost.
don't did the Heat. I don't know even know if the Heat made any moves at all.
I don't think they did actually. I think
Yeah.
they're pretty set on their current team, which obviously I don't
hmm
blame them. They're number one, so
Yeah. Suns didn't really need to add anybody, but they added to the back end of their rotation.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they got somebody that can put in like 5 minutes in the playoffs, then hey, that was worth it.
I don't know. I
Like
know
that's
that
it.
he just gave Duncan Robinson an extension, but I low key want them to trade Duncan Robinson.
Yeah, he is one of
Like,
those dudes that gives you literally nothing else other than 3-point shooting.
and
Like
even
he
at 3 point,
is,
like he's all right.
yeah,
Like,
he's very
yeah,
streaky. He'll have games where he's just
yeah.
bad, straight up.
But yeah, so that's I think that's it for the NBA trade deadline. I think that's really all we wanted to talk about in sports
Yeah, for
news so far,
sports.
guys. So I think at this point we're probably gonna let Casey take over and talk about this box that he has that we're gonna be cracking open today.
Yeah, exactly. So, we thought we'd buy something a little bit pricier. It is, right after the Super Bowl. So, and yes, we bought this, and we were hoping to actually rip this last week, but it just didn't show up in
Yeah,
the mail. So, yeah, but now we know that Joe Burrow lost the Super Bowl, but he's still great.
yeah,
So
it's
we're
Joe
gonna
Burrow.
open this 2020 Chronicles football box. All
That's
right.
right.
So again, we're chasing Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Tua.
There you go.
Those would all be
Yep.
great if we get them in different ways.
Tua, I mean, I guess, but
Tua is a sell right
yeah.
now, while he's still at least a supposed starter on a team. Yeah. All right, so we got the Chronicles Mega Box right here. It says what you're chasing. It says look for 12 different brands, including the Mega Box exclusive Donruss Elite Update rookies. Then you flip it over on the side. Tells you 5 cards per pack, 10 packs per box. Find 6 Optichrome, including 2 silver rookies per box on average. And unwrap 10 mega exclusive teal parallels per box on average.
Oh,
So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we could get, I
yeah. I
guess.
mean, it could be a teal though, someone that doesn't matter, of course.
Yeah, exactly. All these parallels sound great, but if they're for somebody that doesn't matter at all, then whatever. All right, so shout out to my grandpa for this knife right here. We're gonna open this box.
Ooh, a hunting knife, dude.
Yeah, let's get that out of there before. All right, so there's the box all opened up. Let's get those packs out of here. Oh, Mikey, look, dude,
Mega.
mega. Yeah, dude,
Yes, sir.
mega. All right, there's our packs all in there. Let's grab them
I'm just gonna
out.
pull those bad boys out. Stack them up right there. There we go. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Like we're learning what we're doing while we're doing it. All right. So there's the Herbert Burrow 2 box. We'll leave that there, I guess, while we open these. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 packs. 5 cards per pack. Let's see what we get. Pack number 1. Jim Kelly. DeAndre Swift rookie.
I like those a lot. I love those cards, man.
Yeah, Luminance. We got a Malik Harrison. We got a silver score insert, Jake
Ooh, that's a big
Fromm.
one right there, dude. Jake Fromm, dude. He's probably gonna take over Allen pretty
And
soon.
then we have a James Morgan.
I don't even know who that is, dude. Who?
Looks like I mean, he's positioned like a quarterback would
Oh
be
no,
for
no,
the
it's a quarterback,
Jets.
yeah, but
Yeah, definitely. Uh, yeah, I don't know who that is at all, man.
yeah,
So
it's. I mean, he's a Jets quarterback, and with the way Zach Wilson's playing, maybe he'll end up starting.
how dare you? I hope that never happens. I hope Zach Wilson turns it around. This is not ripping all that well. We've just destroyed this pack for sure. Oh, there you go, David. Derek Carr, wherever David
That's a cool
is,
David.
his
That's a
boy.
cool Derek Carr. I like that card.
Yeah, yeah. Chronicles, their little base set looks nice. James Robinson, James Morgan again,
Yes,
dude. So
sir.
we got a Brandon Ayuk,
Oh,
the Clear Visions,
okay,
the
okay.
see-through one. That's pretty
That
cool.
is.
For us Niners fans, that is. If you don't like the Niners, you're probably like, why would we care? Gabriel Davis is the last one there. So getting some rookies. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if we've missed anything. I haven't seen anything teal. Oh, actually, this Gabriel Davis is teal, I think. I think the lettering is teal,
Yeah,
right?
it's teal.
Yeah. Well, now we know what to look for.
I don't know if it's gonna be the writing.
Yeah. How many teals did it say? 10. So there's probably one in each pack. We just missed it in the first one, too. Oh, we know who that guy is on the back there. Jerry Rice, apparently.
Who is that?
Yeah, exactly. Who's that guy? We got Michael Thomas. I bet the Saints hope he comes back and plays football. L'Jarius Sneed. Rough name. I feel like.
You don't like L'Jarius Sneed, dude? Wow.
Darnell Mooney.
Mooney?
We got so here's one of
That was for
those.
Jake, the upside down card.
Yeah, here's the Mega Box exclusive Don Russell Elites right here. Here's one of them. Cole Kmet. It's numbered to 899. So well, you gotta love a good numbered card that is not short printed at all.
I feel like they shouldn't number any card that's over 300. Like in all honesty.
Oh, and then this is a teal Jerry Rice right there.
Cool.
Yeah, see that? Yeah, I mean, it's not like he's a good wide receiver or anything.
Right. I mean, that might be worth a few bucks.
Sorry, I feel like I need to turn around and like pray after saying that, like ask for forgiveness. My dad will probably slap me next time I see him for speaking out against Jerry. CD.
CD, that's a rookie, isn't it? Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Ricky CD. Yeah. You got Jalen Rager. We got a Jeremy Chin.
Don't even.
Okay.
I haven't seen that name.
Green Bay Packers. Oh, look at that silver Dynagon Jordan Love. Oof. That's the quarterback we're chasing. It's the Jordan Love. And then we have a teal Christian McCaffrey. Yeah. McCaffrey. I just couldn't tell if it was teal, actually. Also, shout out to my sister for getting me this light. It makes it look better, too.
It has helped. I bet
we got
the name's a lot better.
We got Troy Polamalu. Oh, Justin Herbert.
Oh, that's a nice Justin Herbert, too.
Yeah, there you go. Looks nice. Another CD. Now we're getting the good stuff. We found the good stuff. We got Jonathan Taylor, Clear Visions.
That's actually a nice ass one.
And then we got a teal Darnell Mooney out the back end.
How did the Clear Vision cards come out? Like price wise?
Like sell wise, price wise? They're not anything.
Not special,
they're rarer, so they're a little bit more. But the issue with them, like I said on the last one, is that they're oftentimes the paint is like chipping on the bottom. Yeah. So you gotta look for that. Whew, yeah. Ray Lewis never had anything accused against him, Michael.
No, sir.
Not at all. Another Gabriel Davis. Another Jalen Rager. Clyde Edwards-Helaire score. Insert. Nice. And then a teal Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers.
Oh.
I forgot he was on the Colts that last year.
Because that guy was on the Chargers, dude.
Yes.
Keenan Allen. Speaking of we got a prism in here.
Ooh, Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. That's nice. Who's this prism of? It's going to be the one after this. James Robinson. We got from Prism Black. That's nice. It's a rookie. It is Cole Kmet. Prism Black. Looks pretty dope. Yeah. Josh Allen. Got the teal. And then randomly, is that an extra card on the back? We got 2 teals in the same pack, dude. Josh Allen and Emmitt Smith. We got 6 cards in that pack.
Worth?
Don't worry, they'll probably cut us short somewhere else. Somehow they'll know. There we go. Got Mike Evans, James Robinson, another Justin Jefferson. We like
Yes,
that.
sir.
We like that. Clear. Oh, Joe Burrow, clear
Ooh,
visions.
that's what I'm talking about, dude. You know I
Ooh,
gotta look that one up right now.
you gotta check the edges on that
Yeah, check
bad
that one
boy.
out.
That's oh, uh, sorry. And then we got a teal Jalen Rate. We're setting that. We're setting that aside. You don't just go in the pile with them. You get put on the side, buddy. Actually, you're getting sleeved right now.
Yep. So I'm looking at some of those right now. Ungraded, they're selling for about um like $3 to $10.
Yeah.
Then
Ungraded ones for these are really cheap
yeah,
because of that issue with the
and then 20. The
paint.
only graded one I see that has sold was that there's a 9.5 SGC mint that was 61. And then a GMA graded. I never heard of that company.
There's a whole bunch of grading
There's a 10
companies.
that sold for $26.
It just looks cool,
Yeah, it
man.
does.
That's maybe it's not worth a whole lot, but it's Joe Burrow, and for the PC, the personal collection, that was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
no, definitely.
Give him his own little pile. He doesn't need to be with those other people, those peasants. Derrick Henry, ooh, Jordan Love, boy,
Another CD. We're getting a
CD.
lot of CD.
You know, a lot of wide receivers in general, yeah. Ooh, Justin Jefferson, legacy
Wow,
rookie. That's
that is
nice.
nice.
We got James Robinson, teal, out of luminance on the back there. We'll put Justin Jefferson with the Joe Burrow. We'll set those boys aside together. Last pack. Let's hope for some magic. Got Deshaun Watson, Joe Burrow,
Another Joe B.
Joey B out of luminance there.
I fucking love the Luminance, man.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Another Jordan Love out of Dynagon? What the heck?
You're loaded up on Jordan
I
Love there, bud.
know. I know. And then what you got on the back? Last card, New York Giants, Saquon Barkley in teal. So, I mean, that's a lot of hits, and we say hits in quotes because some of them
Are not really hits.
are, yeah. Get a lot of rookies. Yeah, Jordan Love, Saquon, Clyde. Yeah. Let's see. If we're gonna take one more out of here, we've already set the Justin or the Joe Burrow, the Justin Jeffersons
Well,
aside.
that's a Justin Jefferson you
Let's
just
see.
passed up on, I believe.
Let's look for one more card that we think. Yeah, that one is. Good eye, Michael. Let's look for one more card so we can make a top five.
That Justin
And
Jefferson.
just another Justin, just
Yeah.
another Justin Jefferson. I know we have a Herbert somewhere, didn't we? We got one, I think.
Herbert? I don't. Oh, we
Yeah,
did.
there
Yeah,
we
so
go.
yeah.
Uh, I mean, probably would take the CDs out, but for the sake of time, we're not taking the CDs out. CDs can stay in there. So we got the Joey B.
Clear visions.
That's nice. Joe Shiesty. We got another Joe Shiesty. Or as Mikey calls him, what is it?
Joe
Joe
Burr.
Burr.
Joe Burr.
And just Joe Burr. We got the three Justin Jeffersons, which you gotta
Yes,
love.
sir. Those are nice. I like that. I like those cards a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like this one a lot.
I like the first one you got there.
The picture
Yeah.
frame one.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's good because we got a Justin Herbert in the picture
Yes, sir.
frame. So there we go. I'd say we actually did pretty well on
Yeah,
that
that's that was decent.
as far
Yeah.
as who you're chasing. We got who are. I guess the only person that we didn't really get at all is Tua, and I mean, if you're not going to get one,
That's the one you
that's
don't
the one
want.
you don't want to
Yeah.
get. I don't think I said actually off the top what the price was. These run you about 75. All right, so they're a little steeper than the stuff we open normally, but we did say this is for the Super Bowl, so we thought we'd open something a little bigger. We actually have another one. I don't know if we're gonna open that one. We might just sell it again and hope to recoup some of that
Yeah,
money. But like we say always, if you like any of the stuff we pulled, hit us up in the comments and we will work it out.
yes, sir. All right, guys, and that is it for episode number 4. News we went over is obviously the Super Bowl, as that happened yesterday. Again, went basically the way that both me and him both thought it would. The Rams winning in a close game, although I thought they would control a little more, which they did do in the second half. We talked about the NBA trade deadline, the big trades that happened. Casey mainly went over why he feels a lot of the trades were either a good trade or a bad trade. And then we ended up opening a Chronicles box, so you can see that there, and pulled that Clear Visions Joe Burrow. Again, not a crazy hit, but it's still a hit nonetheless for what you're opening in these boxes at least. And I think you said that box was running about how much? 75?
75.
75. So again, a little steep, but we thought we'd go a little higher this time with the Super Bowl video. Again, if you liked any of the cards that we pulled, let us know in the comments or however you want to let us know. And of course, we can always find a way to get that to you, as that's something we're trying to do for people. And if you liked what you saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that little notification bell, see us go live. You can watch us shoot these videos live, of course. Give us your take. You can even ask us questions in the chat if you want to, and I'm sure we'll be more than happy to go off of that with you. But other than that, man, thanks for watching, guys. Episode 4. We will be back again next Monday, of course, with episode 5. And again, I'm
Mm-hmm.
Michael. This is Casey, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Everybody, peace.